this video, we're going to be taking a look at Arc Commander Blitz for the Vintage Collection. So this guy's been a long time coming on this channel, and I finally got around to getting him. He's probably been out for maybe 7 or 8 months now at this point, and he's just one of those ones I haven't gotten to. At this point, we've gotten a lot of ARC Troopers in recent years from Hasbro, and for me, it was just like, oh, another ARC Trooper to get. But still, this one's really cool. I think Blitz is probably a little bit more unique compared to the other two that was released around the same time as him, or at least part of the same grouping, I suppose. And now that I have Blitz in the collection, I can do an ARC Trooper collection video. I've been holding off on filming that just so I can get this guy and add him to it. So expect that at some point in the future. So Blitz is actually featured in the Clone Wars series in Season 3 during the Battle of Kamino. And I think that's pretty much the only episodes he's featured in. Of course, he's training the clones, or helping training the clones while there. And I think he ends up surviving the entire battle, if I recall correctly. So Colt and Havoc get taken out, and I think Blitz here ends up surviving it. If you recall that one scene where the ARC Trooper blasts that one droid off the Kamino platform there, I think Blitz is the one that's kind of directing that whole sequence there. So really not a whole lot to say about his character. I think a lot of people are ARC Trooper fatigued at this point, so this might be the last one we get for quite a while from Hasbro. I can't really see them doing any more ARC Troopers anytime soon, at least. Even from the more recent Battlefront 2 game. I know there's some designs from that they haven't made that a lot of people would really like, but I'm not sure about those being made. I have seen some customs of some of those designs, though. And I know a lot of people as well have kind of done all these ARC Troopers in one video, or they just neglected Blitz completely, or they did as like a short, for instance, but I think he deserves his own video. What else can I say about this? Of course, if you see my videos on Havoc and Colt, this is the exact same action figure, just a slight repaint, different head, I suppose, but it's a head we've seen a million times before up to this point. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. So let's just go ahead and look at the package here. So this is still part of that 20th anniversary of the Clone Wars, even though this is supposed to be the 20th anniversary of the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Arc Commander Blitz there. That's I think that's the exact scene where Rancor Battalion, led by Colt, comes out and does that speech where we fight together. So it's a pretty good image of Blitz there. He's VC282, and I have every single one of these reviewed on the channel except for the Vader. I'm not sure about getting that Vader. It's just I already have the VC08 Vader reviewed on the channel, and I think that one looks much closer to Sebastian Shaw compared to this one. Well, perhaps I'll get that someday. But yeah, all the Jabba's Palace aliens here are reviewed. Now all 3 ARC Troopers. So it's pretty neat. And we'll just go ahead and take a closer look at them. We're pretty much just going to be focusing on the paint apps. So I have seen some pretty sloppy samples out there for this guy, mainly in the helmet, and mine's not 100% perfect either. As you can see, that black line is a little off. It's kind of slanted here, and then it goes at a slightly different angle for the back of his head. But thankfully mine's not bad, though. I have seen some where the visor is way off, or even the black line there is way off, or even the yellow might be off a lot. But this isn't too bad at all. Unfortunately, the rangefinder on mine's a little bent. But again, it's not the worst thing that happened in the world. If you look at him from the front here, it's not really noticeable. So Blitz here has a lot of yellow, which is pretty unique for a clone trooper. We have gotten yellow ARC troopers before, but this is kind of a unique one. And he has the diamonds on his comma there, which is definitely a unique thing for Blitz. Other than that, this is pretty much the 6th ARC Trooper video of this mold I've done on the channel, so if you want to know their articulation, you can check those videos out. Of course, he is super articulated all around, and the weapons and accessories are the exact same thing. The 2 DC-17 pistols, the rifle here, and then the shorter rifle that you can attach to his pack here. The only real complaint with his articulation is you can't really utilize the hips so much because of the comma here, that being plastic, and then it has those straps there to where it doesn't really allow any flex. Still, the yellow looks pretty good, very unique. Diamonds look really good. There's a little bit of yellowing on his boots as well. As far as his head sculpt is concerned, like I said, he's different from Havoc and Colt. Havoc has the goatee, and then Colt has the shaven head. But this is just the standard head, basically, that we've gotten with so many of the other clones before in recent years. I think Echo pretty much has the same exact head. And thankfully, my sample turned out pretty good. Has that very nice Tamora Morrison head sculpt, which I did recently meet Tamora Morrison in person for the first time. I might talk about that in a different video or a post or something here soon. We'll see. Looks pretty good, very crisp, and his helmet fits on pretty good. I'm trying to see. We'll just go ahead and bring Colt and Havoc out here. And all 3 of these look really good together, and I'm finally glad to complete this set. Of course, if you're around for the original or the 2008 Clone Wars animated line, Commander Colt and even Blitz are probably some of the rarest and most expensive figures from that entire line. So it's finally nice to get another chance, even though they're more realistic interpretations of them. So I'm very happy to have all these. As far as their, yeah, it's just straight repaints of one another. I don't think there's really any differences in the armor, no unique features or anything like that. So that's pretty much all I can tell you about Blitz. Whoops. I guess Havoc ended up going out like he did in the show. Let's see here. Sometimes you gotta work with their feet a little bit, get them to stand. So would I recommend Blitz for your collection? If you're a fan of ARC Troopers, of course this is a must-have. It's really hard to recommend this. I mean, if you got Colt and Havoc already, then yes, you should probably get Blitz. If you don't have him, just complete the set, and he is unique somewhat. But overall, he's a nice action figure. I can't really say any of these 3 are better than the other. They're just all unique in their own way. It just comes down to personal preference, really, if you only want one of them for your collection. I suppose if I had to pick a favorite between the 3, I would pick Colt. I think he seemed to be the more interesting and more rough and ready clone out there. That's not taking away from Havoc or Blitz at all. But still, like I said, I think at this point, I think we're kind of ARC Trooper fatigued. so maybe we won't be getting a whole lot more from Hasbro anytime soon, but we'll see. And like I said at the beginning of the video, expect a ARC Trooper collection video at some point in the future. I really look forward to making that. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will always be more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate all your support, and check out the links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.